My journey began not with a grand vision, but with a quiet ache that lingered in the background of my childhood. I remember the days when I would watch other kids run and play, their laughter echoing in the air, while I sat on the sidelines, wondering where I fit in this world. It all started with a painful question: why me? Why was I born this way, with no arms and no legs? The weight of that question pressed on me every day, making me feel invisible and isolated. As a child, I felt like an outsider, burdened by loneliness and doubt. I longed to be accepted, to be seen for more than my differences, but the world often reminded me of what I lacked. The pain grew so heavy that I even tried to end my life, but in that darkest moment, the thought of my family's pain stopped me. I realized that my suffering wasn't mine alone. It rippled out to those who loved me. Their love became my first thread of hope, a lifeline that pulled me back from the edge. My parents and siblings showed me that I mattered, even when I couldn't see it myself. The real turning point came in high school, when a janitor, someone most people overlooked, told me, "You're going to be a speaker." His words surprised me. I had never imagined that my story could matter to anyone else. I was skeptical, unsure of what he saw in me. But he believed in me before I could believe in myself, planting a seed of possibility that slowly began to grow. When I finally gathered the courage to share my story with a small group, I spoke honestly about my fears and struggles. I was nervous, but I realized that vulnerability could be a source of strength. After I spoke, a girl in the audience cried and told me, "No one has ever told me I am beautiful the way I am." Her words touched me deeply, and I saw how my pain could help others feel less alone. In that moment, I realized my brokenness could be a bridge to others. My struggles weren't just obstacles. They were opportunities to connect and heal. My story wasn't just my own. It could bring hope to people who felt lost or unseen, just as I once did. My purpose wasn't about what I lacked, but about what I could give. I discovered that sharing my journey could inspire others to find their own strength. That seed of possibility grew, showing me that pain can be transformed into purpose. Every challenge became a lesson, every scar a story worth telling. I learned that sharing our struggles can help others find their own strength, and that together we can lift each other up. The journey from despair to hope is never easy, but it's always worth it. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. My life became a testament to the power of vulnerability and connection. I learned that we are strongest when we share our stories and support one another. Sometimes the greatest gifts come from our deepest wounds. What once felt like a curse became a source of hope and inspiration. And so, my purpose was revealed, not in spite of my challenges, but because of them. I learned that our greatest impact often comes from the places where we have struggled the most, and that by embracing our stories, we can light the way for others. Discovering purpose was just the beginning. It was like finding a map, but realizing the journey ahead was filled with unknown roads and steep hills. Living that purpose day in and day out was the real challenge. Every morning, I woke up knowing I'd have to prove to myself that I could keep going no matter how hard it got. I had to learn to write, type, and communicate in ways that felt impossible at first. Even brushing my teeth with my foot became a daily mountain to climb. Each small task was a test of patience and creativity. My parents sent me to a mainstream school, where I faced bullying, exclusion, and the sting of being different. The looks, the whispers, the feeling of not belonging, it all weighed on me. But at home, my parents became my anchor. They taught me to focus on who I was, not what others said or thought. Their belief in me was unwavering, even when I doubted myself. They pushed me to try, to fall, and to see every stumble as a lesson, not a failure. And most importantly, they taught me to get back up, no matter how many times I fell. Learning to swim seemed impossible, but my dad believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. He stood by the pool, patient and encouraging, never letting me give up. After countless tries, I finally floated on my back, moving through the water on my own for the first time. That feeling of freedom was unforgettable. That moment taught me that my limitations didn't define me, my determination did. I realized I could do more than I ever imagined. Every new skill I learned became a piece of armor for my soul, protecting me from doubt and fear. I realized that "I can't" was often just a thought, not reality. Most of the time, it was my own mind holding me back, not my body. This shift in mindset changed everything. Suddenly, the world felt less intimidating, and my dreams felt a little closer. Instead of seeing what I couldn't do, I started to see what I could try, and that made all the difference. Each small victory, no matter how tiny, prepared me for a bigger mission ahead. Every step forward was a reason to celebrate. Overcoming physical challenges gave me the strength I needed for emotional ones. It was about building resilience from the inside out. My journey was never about perfection. It was about persistence, about showing up for myself every single day. The world didn't get easier, but I got stronger. I learned to walk through crowds with my head held high, no longer afraid of being seen. And that strength, built from every struggle and every triumph, became the foundation for everything that followed in my life. Last year, I visited wounded soldiers at Sheba Medical Center in Israel. Their pain was raw, their futures uncertain. I sat with them, not as a speaker, but as a fellow survivor. I shared my story, showing that life with physical differences can still be joyful and meaningful. One soldier, Omri, told me my visit gave him hope for his own future. My presence was a living example that a different-looking future can still be beautiful. I also encouraged the medical staff, honoring their dedication and compassion. In a place of deep pain, I witnessed the power of hope and community. Sometimes just showing up is the greatest gift you can give. The greatest lesson from Israel was the power of showing up. In a disconnected world, physical presence matters more than words. When someone is hurting, being there says, "You matter, you are not alone." My visit was a gesture of solidarity, a bridge between communities. But most importantly, it was about being present for one person at a time. Healing begins when we share each other's burdens. This applies everywhere, not just in war, but in our own neighborhoods. We often hesitate to reach out, fearing we'll say the wrong thing. But you don't need perfect words, just your presence. Offer a meal, listen, or simply sit in silence. When we struggle, we want to hide, but reaching out is an act of courage. We were made for community, not isolation. Asking for help is strength, not weakness. Together we lift each other up. We were created to carry each other's burdens. My hope and resilience come from never walking this journey alone. At the center is my faith in Jesus Christ, my anchor in every storm. My parents, Boris and Dushka, chose love over fear and taught me I was created with purpose. My siblings treated me as just another kid, giving me a sense of belonging. Meeting my wife, Kanai, was a miracle. Her love brought joy I never imagined. Being a father to our 4 children is my greatest adventure. My family is my safe harbor and my reason to keep going. Beyond family, friends, and mentors have lifted me up time and again. We all need people who celebrate our victories and sit with us in defeat. True friends remind us who we are when we forget. Faith, family, and friends, these are the cords that hold me together. They are the foundation of my hope, and they remind me that none of us are meant to do life alone. I've learned my story isn't just mine, it belongs to everyone it touches. One testimony of hope can create a ripple effect far beyond what we see. Your life is a message. Your perseverance inspires others to keep going. Sharing our struggles gives others permission to find their own strength. Vulnerability isn't about boasting. It's about handing someone a map through the darkness. Your scars, visible or hidden, are proof of survival and can comfort others. Don't underestimate the impact of your journey. By living with courage and honesty, you become a beacon of hope. That's why we created the I Found Hope Dallas event. Thousands gathered, united by a desire for hope. The night was filled with stories, prayer, and music, a collective experience of possibility. My goal wasn't just to speak, but to help everyone feel seen and understood. The real power was in the shared hope of the crowd. Events like this are lighthouses, guiding people back to hope. When we gather in search of hope, we find it in each other. In the midst of struggle, hope can feel distant. So here are some practical steps to help you find your way forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or overwhelming. First, focus on gratitude. Start each day by naming 3 things you're thankful for. no matter how small or simple they may seem. This simple act shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, reminding you of the good that still exists, even in hard times. Second, take it one day at a time. When life feels heavy, break it down into manageable pieces. Don't look at the whole mountain, just the next step. Focus on what you can do right now, in this moment. Celebrate small victories, no matter how minor. Each accomplishment is proof that you're moving forward, even if progress feels slow. Third, ask for help. Reaching out is a sign of courage, not weakness. It takes strength to admit you need support. We're designed for community. Let others help carry your burden. You don't have to do this alone. You'll be surprised how many want to support you, and how much lighter things can feel when you share the load. Finally, hold on to faith, or be open to finding it, even if it's just a small spark. Faith is believing in something bigger than yourself and your problems. It's trusting that there's more to your story than this moment. Trust there's purpose in your pain, even if you can't see it yet. Your story isn't over. New chapters are still being written. Feed your spirit with hope. Read, listen, pray, or meditate. Find what lifts you up and make it a daily habit. A strong spirit can carry you through anything, helping you weather even the toughest storms. Remember, small steps add up to big change. Progress is built one moment, one choice at a time. You're not alone on this path. Others have walked it before you, and many walk beside you now. Hope is built one day, one choice at a time. Every positive action, no matter how small, is a step toward brighter days. And every step forward matters. Keep going. You're stronger than you think, and the light ahead is closer than it seems. Today the world feels divided and uncertain, but hope is stronger than hate. Love is more powerful than fear, and unity is our only path forward. We must look for the humanity we share, not what divides us. My message is simple: never give up. As long as you breathe, you have purpose and value. Your story is still being written. The best chapters may be ahead. Believe in the possibility of miracles. The future depends on our willingness to show up for each other. Build bridges, not walls. Choose compassion over judgment. It starts with each of us, in our own communities. Be a source of light in your corner of the world. If we all commit to hope, resilience, and unity, our lights will push back the darkness. Let's move forward with renewed commitment. Together, we can build a future where every story matters, and hope is a world-changing force. Let's believe in it and build it together.